early 1960s. Rite Aid bought the K&B chain in 1997. The store eventually closed in 2018.
Oh, I just remember
K&B.
The purple.
Yes, that K&B purple.
See, I think what Rite Aid's problem was they didn't bring in their own brand of vodka. I think that's where they really screwed up.
That's where it went down.
That's where it went down. They weren't supplying their own vodka. Not interested.
Oh, I love it. You guys remember you were the K&B guy.
I was the K&B pharmacist.
For Mardi Gras.
You could get everything at K&B.
Yes,
You could. Practically ammo.
Cardboard box of
Bait?
ammo, cardboard
Just
box
kidding.
of ice cream that never really stayed dry.
No.
I don't know why it was in that box to begin with, but as soon as
Anyway,
it started melting, it just fell apart.
Things that happen in Chris Franklin's brain.
The things that I think about on a regular basis.
We just got a little window to it.
It's disturbing.
Oh my goodness.
Based on this memory.
Yes. Well, I just remember that very well. All right, let's take a look at what's going on outside right now. Gorgeous day today. We've had more of a chill to the air over the last couple of mornings and afternoons. Highs since Sunday have stayed in the lower 70s. That will start changing as we head into the day tomorrow. Beautiful looking out over downtown right now. Temperatures in the upper 60s and lower 70s, and that gorgeous weather will continue for really most of this week. Again, we will see a gradual warming trend, but still very pleasant. 71 is our current temperature with a humidity value of only 39%. And light winds, pretty light winds through the overnight tonight as well. Not a cloud in sight on our infrared satellite. We stayed under all day sunshine and a high of only 73 degrees. A normal high is 80. We're going to be a little closer to that normal as we head into the day tomorrow, and then probably surpassing that normal for Friday or Thursday and Friday before we will see a drop to probably right at around average for our afternoon highs this weekend. Morning lows were chilly. We were in the lower 40s on the North Shore and even away from the city. 44 Belle Chase over in Gonzales at 43, and even a chilly morning at Kenner was 52 degrees, and probably similar temperatures tomorrow morning as we get the day started with, again, clear skies, light winds, and relatively low humidity. In the 70s at the moment, already in the upper 60s at Gulfport, and dew points low. Unfortunately, the dew points will be starting to come up a little bit. As I said, not uncomfortably so, but maybe more of a damp feel over the next couple of days. Light winds outside at the moment, but that too will begin to change. The upper trough that brought in that chillier weather is starting to leave now, and the core of that cold is moving up toward more of the Ohio Valley, Great Lakes, and will continue to pull into eastern Canada. Then we're going to see another trough that'll bring in a front for this weekend. Not going to be nearly as chilly with this next second air mass. The core of this cold will stay much farther to our north. So while this upper pattern will bring in kind of a reinforcement of drier air, the cooler air is going to lag behind and stick a little bit farther to the north. But the good news is this pattern will keep us under beautiful conditions for the entire weekend. As we head into next week and probably even beyond, we will start to see an upper ridging pattern. And this upper pattern kind of shifts for the second half of October. We start to see more upper ridging and a lot of the upper troughs, which would bring in colder air, staying more to our west. What that means is the long-term temperature forecast will likely be warmer as we head toward further next week and beyond. We'll gradually see temperatures into the lower 80s for Friday, then probably averaging at around 80 degrees for the weekend, upper 70s, low 80s, and then lower 80s as we continue into next week. But the temperature outlook beyond our 7-day forecast is a high likelihood of our temperature staying above average. Doesn't mean the colors can kind of be misleading. Doesn't mean a massive warm up, just generally above 80 degrees. But that trend looks to continue even as we wrap up the month. So kind of an early look maybe at Halloween. Probably going to be on the warmer to mild side and maybe even a little more on the humid side as we don't really see any cold fronts coming before Halloween. So looking ahead, it may be a more mild day. Let's call it that for right now. We'll see where the temperature trend goes. Sunny skies, but with high pressure sitting over us right now, that starts to shift off to the east, and that starts bringing our winds back offshore. And that is why we'll see kind of a gradual increase in humidity before maybe an isolated rain chance on Friday. Models are not going with much rainfall at all with this front, but it will help to bring back the drier air and mild temperatures going into the weekend. A little bit of a warming trend by early next week.